Wes, I mean, to go into a game seven, I know fans or people like us say it's the two best words in sports. But I know on the other end, someone's coming home. So
Yeah.
what was to see that kind of end as it was, and that feeling for you? And I know a couple years ago it was also disappointing to not keep advancing. What just kind of was your feeling?
Honestly, it's a blessing, and in the heat of it, in the moment of it, the emotion of losing, the emotion of all the work that you put in to abruptly be done. It's hard. It takes a toll on the mind, body, the soul. But then you just look to your family, you look to your friends, you look to God, you look within yourself, and you just got to realize the blessings. To be in a game seven against the Boston Celtics in their place. It's only a few people can say that they've been a part of that. Obviously, I wish that we weren't having a closing season conversation, but we're here, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to come back and play in front of home and play in front of these fans and play in front of this great city and do what I love. And it's bittersweet, more bitter than sweet, I would say. But I'm grateful and hoping to be back, wanting to be back, and running it again.
Okay, so you're not ready to be done yet.
Hell no.
Is the way it went shooting wise for you all in the series and the closing game, to miss so many open looks. I don't know if that's explainable to a degree. Like how as you look at that performance from the team, is there anything to that, or does it hurt anymore because it feels like those are just shots that you normally make that didn't go in?
I mean, the game of basketball is so intricate, and it's such a rhythm sport. We did miss a lot of good looks that could have put them in a situation of desperation, and they make looks that put us in a sense of desperation. So, it's a push and pull type league, especially with shot making. And, we didn't make them, and they did. They shot 55 of them. That's our recipe. We didn't get up 55. Maybe if we got up 55, we would have had the opportunity to counterbalance their threes that they made. But we didn't. And, it hurts. It's tough. Those are shots that we know that we're capable of making, shots that we've made throughout the course of the season, throughout the course of our careers, throughout the course of our lives. And now is the time to give Boston their credit, which we did, reflect on ourselves, which we'll do, and take the time that everybody individually needs, and then it's back to work.
Did you feel like you got the looks that you generally get, or did the Celtics do a really good job of defending you all that?
I think it was a combination of both. I think we got some looks that we would generally get. I think they took some away that we would normally get, or even ourselves took some away that we would normally get. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. They're moving on. We're home. And it's how you respond to adversity. And that's kind of where the mindset is.
Does your brain linger at all on like the what if Chris doesn't get hurt? Like, does that go?
You can't, because then you're just going to go crazy, But I will, I'm sure. I'm sure everybody will. And, I mean, it's unfortunate. Injuries are a part of sport. Injuries are part of life. You just pray that the timing wouldn't happen. And, I know it was killing Chris to not be able to be out there and fight with us. But he was still, a leader. He was still a voice in the huddles. He was still a voice in timeouts. He was still a voice in the locker room. He was a voice on the plane. His presence was still there. It was felt. We just missed his ability on the court. So you try not to play the what-if game. Anybody that says they don't play the what-if game, they're liars.
We talked a lot about kind of the work you did in the offseason to get yourself back on your NBA roster, to get yourself into the position that you were this year. What do you kind of see this offseason entailing? Is it the same workload? Is it some time off to then get yourself ready for that grind again, or how do you try to approach that?
Yeah. Hopefully I'm not waiting till December. But my mission doesn't change. The way I approach it doesn't change. Well, I guess a little bit, because now my kid's going to be in school now, so that sucks. Think about, damn, she's getting old. I'm getting old. But, no, take the time that I need mentally more than physically. But get right back to it. I only know one thing. I only know one way, and that's to compete, and that's to work. And, that was instilled in me from my family. And, that's the plan.
How would you sum up this season, especially from Wisconsin? And, I guess getting as far as you guys did, even though you didn't go as far as you would have liked?
It's tough because this team, this organization, this city, we demand, expect, thrive for championships. They got one last year. The same thing this year. So it's a disappointment, but at the same time, going through the adversity that we did, to take that team to Game 7 without, one of the best players in the league, it's something to be proud of. I'm not really big on moral victories and stuff like that. I think you guys know that about me. I still feel that we should have won the series and had our chances to. Obviously, we had 2 games to do it. But I guess bittersweet, more bitter than sweet.
Bobby mentioned, you're not disappointed because you left it all on the field. Or court. Giannis said the same thing. You have to have failure in order to have success. But what does that feel like? Like, what physically and mentally, what do you feel like right now knowing, okay, I gave it my all and it just wasn't enough this time?
It allows you to sleep. It allows you a certain amount of peace, knowing that you literally gave everything that you had out there for the right reasons to win the game, knowing the adversity, knowing that we're down a man, an important guy, knowing that we're on the road. But we fought, and we fought together, and everybody was in it, So it allows you a peace to know that you didn't hold anything. You didn't take anything back with you to the locker room. You left it all out there. And at the same time, in that defeat, it allows you to have that hunger again, that fire, that intensity, that if I'm in that situation again, I will have trained hard enough. I'll have worked hard enough. I will have gotten better, that everything will be enough.
There was a moment of silence before yesterday's game for the shooting victims here and in Buffalo. What were your thoughts on Friday night when that incident happened? How did that affect you?
It hurt. This is a great state. It's a great city. There's great people in it. I've never been to Buffalo, but violence, senselessness, there isn't a need for it. There isn't a reason for it. And my prayers and thoughts are with all the victims and everybody affected by it. And it's got to stop. It's got to stop. There's so much to life. There's so much to life if we look for it. And my heart breaks when I hear stuff like that. And, I just wish better. I want better. I think we all do. You don't want to worry about walking your dog or being outside with your kid or just enjoying the evening. You don't want to worry about things like that. So I guess my message is this violence it's not it. It's not it. And my prayers and condolences and thoughts are with all those that were impacted and affected everywhere. Because, there's people in North Dakota that heard about the news that I'm sure they're just like, man, what is going on? You know, something just happened, I think, in California at a church? Like, what are we doing? You know, what are we doing?